So my topic is basically 3 topics tonight. Firstly, background, and then I want to talk about the public works in Japan, how in Japan the rated criteria or comprehensive bidding evaluation is adopted in Japan. And lastly, what's the matter now and the future? It means, uh, what I'm now feeling about rating criteria. And also I'm going to touch what JICA is applying for the rating criteria or not. So the first topic is the background. But background is, the first background is my background, and secondly, background of rated criteria. The first background is my personal experience. I want to talk about, the basically uh, first example is water project in Africa. I don't know, probably some of you know of this project, which is the Lesotho Highland Water Project. I participated in this project for the bid. It was late 1980s. This project is quite big. It consists of construction of nearly 100-meter high of height of dam construction, and I can't remember exactly, but I think more than 50-kilometer length of transmission tunnel toward South Africa. And for this project, I think quite a lot of contractors were participated. And at that time, Lesotho government was rather still very, incapable to manage this, type of big project. And therefore, very large consultant groups are organized, and they work very, very well. And, more characteristic in this project is at the time, the Lesotho government is not capable to bring a sufficient fund for the project, and therefore, in the bidding, the all bidders has to bring the fund for construction, but it's not suppliers credit, but buyers credit. So the most bidders bringing from Exim Bank. So the bid evaluation is rather very difficult. It's they done based on a scoring evaluation with technical and price, but also they have to analyze the fund, how to repayment. It's the all fund introduced by the bidders are all different, interest rate different, repayment period is different, and a grace period is different. So it's very complicated. Based on that, they made a very good evaluation. And at that time, I think evaluation committee is something like 8 evaluators. But the highest score and the lowest score they eliminated, and the other score they averaged. And they made that, and this evaluation in this project is, I think they published in the magazine, I think, professional magazine. But actually, I lost that paper, unfortunately. That is, first my experience, and second experience is in Taiwan. It's about the year 2000. So the 25 years ago, I think, almost. At that time, Taiwan government they introduced prioritized bid or something like that. So this is a balanced bid with technical and economical bid. And this was the first time in Taiwan to introduce this type of bid. And therefore, the quite a lot of foreign contractors participated in the Taiwan market. But when I was in Taiwan, but actually I was not permanently stayed in Taiwan. I visited from time to time, but when I was there, one bidder he talked with a kind of fixer in order to the good point is given to be given by the evaluator. But this is very big news in Taiwan, and it's giving a huge influence to Taiwan's society. So that was my second experience. And what I'm trying to say is that the rated criteria is not the new evaluation method. It's very conventional. I've experienced from late 1980s, maybe the more than 40 years. This rated criteria or scoring evaluation has its history. That my first background, and second one, and if it is a very conventional discussion, so why now rated criteria comes up? Then everybody quite clear now. Sustainable procurement is a very important issue. It's mainly environmental issue, social issue, and community issues. That's why just a conventional way of bidding evaluation would not be fit for the purpose. And also now there are quite a lot of new technologies. And conventionally, new technology means rather the hard technology. But now we have to include soft technology as well. For example, BIM or SIM, these two these tools are quite important for carrying out infrastructure construction contract. So I think I want to move on the next topic. In many countries, actually, the bidding are based on not on the price competitive basis, but rather comprehensive evaluation, including scoring evaluation. In Japan as well, one one static says 95% of the bidding in Japan is somehow based on the comprehensive evaluation. But it's also include the bidders pre-qualification or qualifications, and also it's based on technical proposal based bidding. It means multiple stepped bidding or overall scoring evaluation. It's quite a different type of bidding procedures are adopted in Japan. Oops, no change. Right. So I think let's take an example of the Tokyo Metropolitan Government. This evaluation is used for, I think, the water sewage, I think, project. They use scoring evaluation based selection, and price and technical weighting is 50-50. And they use evaluation with price. They use this formula. It's rather the complicated formula, but slightly different from World Bank's formula. But anyway, they calculate the score in the price bid, and then next one is a technical part. It's very nothing special. Methodology 80 point, experience in similar work 2 point, performance in past project 13 point, official award record 2, technical proposal record 2, and engineering qualification for the project. Engineer's experience, accident record. This is a minus evaluation point, and experience in a project area, an ISO certificate or emergency cooperation record. Emergency cooperation record is typical in Japan because in Japan we have so many earthquake, for example, or torrential rainfall. That's why whether or not contractor cooperate for the emergency cooperation is one of the scores. And also experience in the project area. The contractor, if they know about the local community, it's plus point, for example. But nothing is so much special. Anyway, in Japan also this evaluation technique is used, but how about the contractor's voice on comprehensive bidding procedures? It's also already published by the Ministry of Land in Japan. First three is rather positive evaluation of bidder's technical proposal and methodology eventually lead to high quality construction. That is good. And contractors would contribute to the local community. It's lead a good reputation and more projects in the future. Okay. And new technology, new methodology can be adopted and easily to proposed in the bid. So these three are fairly good. But others are, bidding procedure takes a bit longer period and high bidder's cost. And next point is a comprehensive evaluation is often unnecessarily selected for the simple project. So it says even though a very simple project, uh, because of their regulation, internal regulation, they have to apply comprehensive evaluation methodology. And next one is if a project is quite large, then it may be difficult to set how evaluation items are selected and how, what point they are going to evaluate. And next one is in evaluation of methodology, for example, what's a evaluation point and how evaluation is made objectively. So it is a question of objectivity. And next one is rather quite interesting. If evaluation items and the points are very clearly mentioned in the bidding document, then bidders are rather interested in only these points, but other points they are not interested in. The last one, for long-term performance and O&M cost to be evaluated will be difficult to evaluate objectively. In life cycle cost, we sometimes talked about if life cycle cost is very how to guarantee life cycle cost. Nobody would guarantee. It's the based on certainty. That the main argument for the comprehensive evaluation method in Japan. And let's talk about JICA. And JICA is rather a bit conservative at the moment, and JICA's standard bid evaluation is based on pass-fail method. So of course, the evaluation should be straightforward. The first step is whether or not substantially responsible or not. And second evaluation would be whether or not this bidders are qualified, this qualification issues. And the third step would be whether or not it's satisfy minimum requirement, technical requirement or financial requirement or previously experience. That's a third point. And the fourth is at the moment the most of the project is based on the pass-fail provision of the technical part. And after that, the bidders are selected lowest evaluated bid price. That is mostly done, except in special cases. If there is special cases, we normally require what is the special cases, why you need scoring evaluation. That the what we are doing at the moment. And we apply as much as possible existing tools, such as stepped bidding, two-stage bidding, or alternative technical solutions, or life cycle cost. If the other scoring evaluation is used, just we need clarification. our concern is whether or not a detailed and well-balanced evaluation criteria is written in the bidding document. It's very difficult issue, I think. And secondly, evaluation committee members. In a JICA project, always evaluation committee members are appointed by execution agencies. And whether or not the committee members are really independent and transparent, we don't know. And even training of evaluation committees are made sufficiently is questionable. So at the moment, you see, we are not quite sure the evaluation committee's competency, neutrality, and independency, unless this qualification is satisfied. Always, you see, we would say there are space of subjectivity. Now I think almost my the conclusion. Application of related criteria is required from environmental and social consideration. Of course, everybody knows that. But we must, require some improvement. Firstly, guidance for draft of evaluation criteria. At the moment, the World Bank, for example, they published procurement guideline evaluating bid and proposal. I think all of you know of that. I think a recent their publication is February 2025, which is fourth edition. It's very well written document, but still, how evaluation criteria is written, or what point the evaluation is made. For example, methodology. Methodology is rather a very wide area. In what point in the methodology evaluation committee is watching and make the score, giving score? Is it a management point, or just a technical area, or how they I would say temporary facilities, for example, or how to apply equipment. There are quite a lot of areas in the methodology. So the evaluation criteria should be break down into more small element. Unless otherwise, the always objectivity cannot be achieved. I think. Secondly, the if it is possible, evaluation committee members' qualifications and official listing would be much more preferable. Not each time to appoint the evaluation committee, but each country or each execution agency, they should have already listed committee members. And the next point is World Bank also suggested allocation of probity expert in order to, the objectively and transparently this, related criteria is performed. I think it's impeccable to allocate a probability expert. At the moment, not so many people can do this, probability expert. I think in the future, I think we need it. So this is, I think, a last slide. The first point, I think, I have already talked quite many times. And the second one is we are today talking about related criteria. But related criteria is one of the aspects. At the moment, we know that FEDEC is going to publish, I think this year or next year, collaborative contracting or alliance contracting. It's entirely different base of contract. But I think we have to think about, it depends on the nature of the project, but we have to not only think about the related criteria, but also the different type of, the contract or different type of bidding procedure, and depend on the project. Simple project, probably it's better to still price competition, but we have to think about the negotiated contract and also multiple bidding or alliance or collaborative contracting in the future as well. All right, that is my presentation. Thank you very much.
Yeah.